You there, adventurer? Yes, you. Do you desire knowledge of immense worlds and arcane power? A codex of untold stories and lore? Or perhaps simply easy listening for your daily commute? Then feast your eyes, or, more accurately, ears, upon Dungeonpedia. Shit's about to get nerdy in here.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dungeonpedia, an exploration into the lore of Dungeons & Dragons. We're your hosts, Lou and Markel.
Taylor Peasley.
And I'm Travis Peasley. So, I'm tired.
You're tired?
I'm tired.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all?
I mean...
That's all I got. I'm tired.
Listen, the days are long.
Yep.
It's hot outside.
Dude, I am mostly tired of this heat.
This heat is oppressive, actually. I will definitely agree with you there. And I'm way more, well, I won't say I'm more heat tolerant than you, but I have a higher threshold before it is heat.
Yeah, I'm like,
to me,
30 seconds outside and I'm overheating.
Yeah, it's you know, the throes of summer, the throes still for another like week or something of cancer season. The best season.
The best season.
Crab rave emote.
Everyone become crab.
Everyone
is become crab. Yes, to carcinate.
Everyone is become crab.
To carcinate.
Yeah. who up carcinating?
Still such a fun word for that.
In case you are in chat and you don't know, to carcinate, it refers to the phenomenon of all cephalopod and not cephalopod. That's a different thing. Of all, it is cephalopod.
Arthropods.
Arthropods. Sure. All arthropods and arthropod-like beings to slowly become crab or crab-like.
Yeah.
Because basically nature made a good shape and it's crab.
Nature said this is peak performance. This is the ideal male body.
This is the ideal male body.
I don't care if you don't like it.
That's what we're going with.
Yeah.
So, you know, funny enough, Dungeons & Dragons also has something similar to that. I don't know if you were aware of this.
Dungeons & Dragons has carcination?
Kinda, yeah.
Oh, good. I love when D&D draws from real life.
Same.
Right? Specifically, beholders.
Okay.
Beholders carcinate?
They have indeed. I don't think they do now, but they did before.
Are beholders arthropods?
I don't know. What technically counts as an arthropod?
That's a list. You don't want it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, never mind then.
You know, I would get. Sorry, sidebar. I would kill for one of those like marine biologists talks about Subnautica creatures style videos, but for like a zoologist or like an evolutionary biologist or something like that talking about D&D.
Oh my god, that would
I would kill. You know what? I'm gonna go back to college.
I have
do that.
I have a relative that we might actually be able to talk to.
Oh my god, that would be so good.
I'm not gonna name drop him here, but he does have a bit of a following online, and he's big into animals. We might actually be able to do something like that.
Oh my god, I'm a genius.
So, unfortunately for us, I am not a zoologist or a biologist or anything like that. But I do have information on the beholder crab.
I don't know. I don't think I like that. Like that to me produced the same feelings as I did a couple weeks ago when I read the words illithid vampire. My brain was immediately like, no.
Just how about no?
Those are words that don't belong together.
I agree fundamentally, yes.
But I am very interested.
So specifically, they are called Eye of the Deep, and they did first appear back in the first edition of the Monster Manual in 1977.
Oh, that's a really good image. The art is so good.
Oh my god, that is so first edition.
It is so first edition.
That's so good, dude.
Had I thought about it ahead of time, I would have had you prepare that to pop up on
Don't worry,
screen,
I
but
can do this.
while she messes with that, I'm going to start with a quote from this monster manual that says, "It is possible that this monster is a relative of the beholder."
It is
It is possible.
It is possible.
So,
It is possible.
spoiler alert, they are in fact a relative of the beholder.
Good. I would have more questions if
it was just like weird convergent evolution.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, they do look pretty similar. They're big, circular body, one eye in the middle. They have two smaller eyes on like the long stalks, which is about where they differ there. They have the big mouth below the eyes that have like sharp teeth in them, all the normal things.
Right.
Except there are just a few key differences. Even Hades is upset to learn this.
I'm seeing two of them. I'm seeing two of the key differences.
Two very key differences. Yeah.
Well, the first difference is they only live at great depths of the ocean.
Okay, well, at least they're at great depths. They're down there.
Yeah.
You wouldn't just find one walking down the beach.
Exactly.
Correct.
They also have two huge crab-like pincers.
It's really good. That's really good.
Look, I have now placed the image.
Yes, there it is. There is our beautiful, beautiful eye of the deep.
This is our guest, the eye of the deep. That expression is so inscrutable.
Hold on.
And you said sharp teeth, but I feel like the teeth don't look especially sharp in this image.
They don't. And
I know that's just the like compression,
yeah,
partially. But then again, also a beholder with a mouthful of like human teeth. Oh, good. That's our special guest.
Would be terrifying.
That's
you can
worse.
see how sharp they are now.
Yeah.
They're really
so,
sharp.
I mean, really, their teeth differ from regular beholders because theirs are much smaller and basically like razor sharp, whereas like beholders are sharp, but they're bigger teeth.
Oh yeah, they're like piranhas.
Yeah, in a sense. So also their central eye, instead of just having the negate magic field, they can actually emit a blinding flash of light that is used to stun victims for 2 to 8 melee rounds.
Oh, good.
And this is what they use to hunt. They will flash this giant, basically underwater flash, stun their whatever they're trying to eat, and then grab it with their pincer and start tearing it apart and eating it.
Right. So
I don't like underwater magic aberrant flash grenade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
With crab, with pincers.
With crab.
With crab. Can I get a side of crab with my beholder, please?
I mean,
it'll cost extra.
Yeah, and while it doesn't mention it anywhere, I'm going to assume that the meat for crab beholders also does not taste good.
I would. I would
err on the side of gross.
Yeah, especially because while it doesn't exactly describe it in the actual entry, as you can see, their body is covered with this what looks like rock sort of armor.
Yeah, maybe like scale-ish.
It is later described as chitin or chitin.
Okay.
Whichever one it's pronounced. I don't remember.
Chitin, yeah.
Hey,
Matt Mercer?
I have always pronounced it as chitin because of how I read it in World of Warcraft. So
fair. I mean, learning from reading is totally valid.
But yes, their body is covered in this hard chitin material,
okay.
like a crab,
like crab. Yeah.
Or like how I see Orin the Red from Baldur's Gate 3.
Orin does look like she is covered in chitin.
She looks like she's wearing a lobster.
She really does. So their two smaller eyes serve two different purposes. When they are working basically together, they can create an illusion. Now, if they're working independently, each one can cast Hold Person, and the other one can cast Hold Monster.
Okay, I got the bases covered.
Yeah.
Also, in the case they would need to use that instead of just a fucking flashbang.
Just stun them.
Yeah.
If it's
I guess it has its
if it's
place.
a person, hold. If it's a monster, hold. I mean, they got everything covered.
Yeah. And I guess because presumably these are probably just like regular beholders, I would assume very intelligent. So, you know, I'm sure there are plenty of instances where they would find that more useful.
Yes, definitely. Now their illusion does get a more in-depth description later, so that'll be very important.
I can only imagine what horrible deep sea thalassophobia related images that you could be subjected to if you came across one of these things.
God.
Yeah, this is the real thalassophobia episode. Why did you do this to yourself?
So mainly because, one, I've already done Beholders.
Part 1 and 2.
Part 1 and 2. 2 is because I actually found these because I was going through the Forgotten Realms wiki, just looking at random things. And I came across a section of it that has a list of all of the creatures and monsters that have had ecology articles in magazines.
Oh, okay.
So I started clicking through them.
Dude, those are so good.
And then I found the Eye of the Deep and was like, yes, absolutely. Just like Beholders, if their eye stalks are ever like severed, they regrow in about a week.
Okay.
They are described as hateful and aggressive. Shocker.
Okay, yeah.
Just kind of looking at their sheet. Stat block. There we go.
Hey, everybody.
Words are really hard, y'all.
Words are hard.
I forgot the word box earlier, so like it's not good. It was
you
not
also
good.
had a fun time with carcinate earlier.
Yeah.
True. So their hit dice are like 10 to 12. Their armor class is a 5, you know, THAC0.
Yeah, which is pretty good.
If I knew that we were doing THAC0, I would have worn my t-shirt.
Well, it's okay. We won't stick too long in THAC0, hopefully.
Oh, dear.
So, yeah, their armor class is 5. It says number of appearing 1, so they only ever appear.
Okay, so unchanged from Beholders in that regard.
Yeah. They do not
They're
work
a very
together.
solitary creature.
Yes,
yeah,
they
at
just
least
do not work together.
Yeah, at least you would only then have to hypothetically deal with one at a time.
Which is a plus.
Something. That's something.
Yeah.
Their size is 3 to 5 feet in diameter. So they are fairly big.
See, it's funny you said that because in my mind, I was like, that seems small. I don't know why that feels small to me.
It is small compared to normal Beholders, I believe. I don't remember their exact.
Yeah, I don't remember their exact measurements either.
But they do weigh a lot more just because, you know, they have crab armor.
Right.
Yeah, and also probably something about like density and like, you know, the like abyssal zone of the ocean.
Yeah.
Man, I wonder if you were to take one of these guys and like bring them up to the surface, like, you know how like poor blobfish get all fucked up when you do that?
Right.
Like,
they would absolutely. Yes.
Wonder how crazy these things would look if you did that.
Deflated.
Just deflated and crazy looking.
Oh, I know. Blobfish they look so bad.
I feel so bad.
They only look that bad when they're pulled up here. When they're in their natural environment, they look pretty normal.
Yeah, they look normal.
But then, you know, you pull them up here and it's just like bleh.
But I don't know that I would have the same level of sympathy for one of these things as I do for blobfish.
No.
Because
you know, these
fish are ontologically usually very evil. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I can get rid of him, by the way.
You can get rid of him.
I like him.
So now we're going to go to my favorite part, which is the ecology of the sea of the deep.
Yay. I love ecology articles.
The ecology articles are so good, dude.
This comes from the Dragon Magazine number 93, and it was written by Ed Greenwood.
Woo!
Shout out Ed Greenwood.
Which
everyone loves Ed.
Means that it's going to be an entirely too real and accurate deep dive.
Yeah.
As if it were an actual zoological study.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this magazine was released in 1984, if I recall correctly. I forgot to write it down, but I do believe it was 1984. It starts out, this is compiled from a discussion at a meeting of sages of Hillsfar led by Avris the Inquirer.
That's a name.
That is a name. Given that it lives in the depths of the ocean, it is rarely seen and even more rarely studied.
Right.
It is the sage's considered opinion that they are related to beholders.
I can't imagine how they came to that conclusion.
Right.
I know, truly a mystery. Speculated that they were once the same creature, but evolved differently to like master the different environments.
As to how they ended up in the bottom of the ocean, do they have any insights on that?
They do not.
Okay. I mean,
They just decided to take over the ocean, I guess, and over time they became crab beholders.
Yeah.
Crab holders.
crab holders.
Some beholders were like, we need to get in on this ocean thing. And then they got in there and saw everything else, like all the other arthropods evolving into crabs. And they were like, that's it.
That's the ticket.
That's what we got to do.
Honestly.
And then they got more fucked up.
They probably saw aboleths ruling the deep and were like, no, actually, I think that should be us.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, like actually we want some of that. So they are solitary predators, like any other beholder, catching most of its victims using that blinding flash from their large eye. Its pincers, like I said, can shred creatures like much larger than the eye itself. So like they're very powerful pincers. Their diet consists of mostly octopi, giant squids, and huge like cruising fish that just kind of swim around in the depths. But of course, it does have a favorite meal.
What?
This favorite meal is surface dwellers.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Fine.
So the problem there becomes they can't actually rise into shallow waters to hunt these surface dwellers.
Because then they will deflate like blobfish.
Because then they turn into blobfish.
Well, they actually don't deflate. They explode.
Oh, there's other creatures.
Oh.
Okay, that actually also takes from real life stuff.
Yeah.
There are other creatures that do that.
Yeah, so the change in pressure actually causes their body and like internal gases to expand until the point that they just explode.
Okay.
Yeah. God, I can't hear about like issues with like oceanic pressure changes without thinking about that one really horrible thing that happened.
Oh,
to like the Bifor dolphin incident, I believe it's called.
Yeah.
I can't think about bad things happening with oceanic pressure.
This is not our disaster cast.
The beholder for dolphin incident.
Yeah, so
Bifor beholder. It was kind of right there.
Yeah, it is kind of funny.
It
is kind of funny imagining one of these guys just popping like a balloon or like like a mine or whatever.
How loud of a sound would that make? Do you think it would be louder or not as loud as the submarine that has imploded fairly recently?
I mean,
I like how you're going as far around saying it as you can.
I mean, probably pretty
louder.
Probably pretty fucking loud.
Yeah, it definitely would be, especially if it like gets to the point of actually being out of the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I would imagine it would probably produce like a big, like a big wave and shit.
And then, beholder guts and blood all over the place.
Delicious. I love how they like it's purported that they probably decided that they wanted to conquer the ocean also because having dominion over anything else isn't good enough for them. They need more.
Yeah.
And then they accidentally evolved themselves into a corner where they like can't go too high. They can't leave the ocean or else they'll explode. Like fucking idiots.
So they will mainly get their favorite food from shipwrecks. Mm-hmm. They use their claws and everything to break into like the disintegrating holes to eat any tasty, delicious land-dwelling bodies within.
Yeah, anyone unfortunate enough to find themselves at the bottom of the ocean for some reason.
Hopefully at that point you're already dead.
I feel like there are probably a lot more adventurers at the bottom of the ocean in D&D than there are in the real world.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a good point.
Also, in order to get around their inability to go up to like shallower depths, they do sometimes cooperate with Sahuagin for a short period of time, or
that's
for like
bad. That's bad.
very specific undertakings.
Sounds like my least favorite team up.
Yeah.
I like how they won't work with other beholders because
Fuck those guys.
because the way they are, but they'll team up with Sahuagin. That's fun though. I like the evil team ups.
Yeah. Usually they will demand, bodies in return for payment for whatever they help the Sahuagins with. It wasn't specific on what exactly they do for the Sahuagins, but it's up to your imagination. I'm sure you can think of several things.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, because like the Sahuagin also enjoy eating people, so like
so
it could be as simple as just giving them information.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, due to eating people, they do tend to often ingest like metallic treasures, but these don't actually harm them when they ingest them. They actually just kind of like remain in their stomach until it accumulates to a point to where the eye is uncomfortable.
Oh no.
And then they will just regurgitate all of the items into their lair.
Oh my god, it's like cows swallowing stones and stuff.
Yeah, or like an owl pellet, except instead of like bones and shit, it's full of like gold coins and stuff.
Yeah.
Just gold coins, swords, shields, spears, whatever you can find,
all
fishing hooks.
Like gooped together in this like
Yeah.
But if you want to take the time to sift through it, you might find something.
Fair.
Probably. Their layers.
You might die.
You
might die
if you're in their lair at that
pros
point.
and cons here.
Yeah, you have to kind of weigh those.
Yeah.
I mean, to find their layers though is fairly simple.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they kind of just always make them in like undersea grottos, which if there's any occupants there, they just kill them to take over. They also like to actually make their lairs under heavy trafficked areas. So, a bunch of ships would be passing over them.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, more chance for them to get.
I've been watching too much true crime because my brain was like, trafficking?
You heard the word traffic. No, not that kind of traffic.
Not that kind of traffic.
Listen, beholders are generally speaking like awful and like evil, but they're not that evil.
Actually, they are.
They are.
They would be, but I take no qualms with like stories about human trafficking not typically being a feature in most D&D stories.
I don't disagree with you.
Yeah, fair. They do sometimes have their lairs guarded by lesser creatures or by traps that they set up. It mentioned most of their traps are usually like sort of rockfall type traps, like a bunch of rocks and like fishing nets that they have to do is like, clip the rope and it falls down.
Fucking Wile E. Coyote shit.
Basically, yeah.
Fucking Skyrim tripwire rockfall shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Home Alone ass.
Home Alone ass.
Home Alone ass. So, again, incredibly shocking. They are described as aggressive, deceitful, and totally self-interested.
Wow.
Yeah, they really are just beholders of the seas.
They are crab beholders. They avoid other eyes purely for reasons of practicality. They don't want to die or get badly injured in a fight with an opponent of equal power.
Yeah, like that tracks for beholders, but I do think that they're just something about their complete refusal to like be near or like associate with other beholders and stuff like that is always like so funny to me because it's like, they'll have minions, they'll work with like Sahuagin and other like assorted things, but it's like it's such an interesting expression of like their egotism too, also to where they're like, okay, well this is like an actually but then also like it kind of I guess serves its purpose because like I wouldn't want to have to deal with more than one of these at a time.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
It's so intrinsic to the core of like every beholder and beholder kin basically because even like the most like good canonically beholders want nothing to do with each other.
Yeah, which is it's funny because like if they work together,
Oh my god!
like they you know what I mean, but they won't, you know,
Yeah.
because they suck.
Forget
and they
mind
think,
flayers, forget aboleths. These are the
yeah,
real
like
potential like threat, but they refuse to work together.
yeah,
Completely refuse. It is noted that after observing a few of these incredibly rare battles, that an eye can be affected by another eye's illusions, but they are immune to the stunning powers.
oh, interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. Their eye stalks can regenerate in 6 to 11 days. Other body parts, such as like their pincers or their central eye, can also be regrown. It just takes longer, a matter of months, and is dependent on how much food that they are able to consume during that time.
Interesting.
So if they're able to consume a lot of food, they will regenerate it quicker. But I mean, a beholder without its main eye is not going to be able to consume a whole lot because it can't really hunt.
Right. It would basically have to rely on either its minions, if it was like already had some, or the kindness of others, which is laughable.
Yeah,
when
because
referring to a beholder.
why would...
Or it's like a doomsday prepper like beholder, so it's like, oh, it's fine. I got MREs, you know.
I got MREs.
I got some MREs I can eat until
And
my
it's
eye
just
grows.
a bunch
till
of
my eye grows
guys
back.
with the initials
Yeah.
MRE.
It's just a bunch of guys in like one of those like shark cages, you know. Like he's like, yeah, I got, you know.
I stocked up.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's stocked up, you know.
So this part was illustrated in the picture from the first edition monster manual, but I wasn't sure exactly how to describe them.
Oh.
So those mini tentacle things that are on the bottom
Yeah.
It looked like
are
weird.
actually
to me.
called feelers. They are
Good.
described as like flexible, sticky body strands, which can act as paddles when swimming. It allows them to basically like walk along rocks or other solid objects if they decide to actually do that rather than swim. They can hold prey, etc. You know.
To any audio only listeners, they kind of look like tentacles, but more rigid.
To me, it looked like a seaweed beard. I'm not gonna
Also
lie.
kind of a seaweed beard.
Like I figured it was like a little tentacle feet situation, but the art did kind of
Seaweed
make it
beard.
look like a seaweed
I mean,
beard.
it's first edition also.
And it's black and
yeah.
white, you know. So like,
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
they had a very specific style in first edition, which is a good style, but
it's it's iconic as hell, but
it does not lend itself to
like the most fine details of a lot of cases.
yes.
Yeah,
That's exactly what I mean.
exactly.
But it looks like really thin tentacles that are just more rigid.
Yeah. And like new feelers are constantly growing. The old ones are continually being like lost or damaged due to, you know, the various things that they do. Whiskers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fair.
I like that even less for some reason.
I do
don't know
too.
why.
I'm the
I don't
one who
know why.
said it, and I don't like it.
Well, you're gonna love this quote.
Probably
Oh,
not.
no.
So, direct quote is: "An eye's underside is a tangled forest of whitish, mauve-mottled feelers, all of differing lengths and diameters."
Ew.
Yeah. So
I-
all of the feelers, except for the reproductive ones, can be made
Oh,
to be
God.
sticky by a secretion of like a glue-like fluid to help, you know, restrain and catch things. And then they can basically become unsticky by an emission of like an alcohol-like solvent.
Okay, that's really interesting. I don't like the idea that they're sticky though. Like, I don't want to
They-
touch it.
They can
I
be made sticky.
Right. I don't want to. Oh.
Well, but yeah, no,
Yeah.
I understand that they're not sticky all the time, but I don't like the idea that they can
That
be
they
sticky.
can be
that it would
sticky.
be sticky.
that
That's
that
not a
at any
word.
given point that it might be sticky.
That's not a word that I like almost anything being described as, but especially not a beholder. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, so now we're going to get to everyone's favorite part about beholders and ecologies.
Oh dear.
Our favorite part of the ecology article.
Yes. The reproduction.
Oh my god.
Okay, I was
Ed Greenwood.
I was shaking in my boots when you said when you mentioned the reproductive feelers, and I was like, okay, that's gonna be a thing.
Yep, it sure is. And we will cover that after our break.
Oh my.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. We do still have our affiliate partnership with FanRoll Dice going on. You can use code DungeonPedia for 10% off of your entire order at fanrolldice.com. We do, of course, also still have our Patreon if you would like to support us directly. It's just Dungeonpedia.
I also meant to mention, if you are more interested in like a one-time thing, there is a tip link down in the description on Twitch. Totally optional. Everything is appreciated. No hard feelings one way or the other. I just wanted to
not at all.
Just if you are interested in doing more of a one-time thing, that is an option. We have our Discord, which is linked wherever you follow us on our Twitch page, on YouTube.
Threads.
Yeah. Speaking of which, you can follow us on Threads and Instagram at Dungeonpedia. We post ever so often. We are about to start posting clips and more stuff. Travis has been putting in a lot of fun little bits of lore on Threads lately.
Yeah, I really, really need to make use of that schedule feature because, good God, I suck at social media. But if I do that, I could just schedule things and I won't have to worry about it.
Exactly.
It's okay to suck at social media because social media sucks.
Social media does, in fact, suck. If you have any episode suggestions, you can email us at dungeonpedia.podcast@gmail.com or just anything you'd like to send via email. We're always perusing and checking that email.
Also, subscribe wherever you listen to us to get notifications of new episodes when we post them. And also, if those platforms allow, if you'd consider leaving us a rating or a review, we would really appreciate that. And also, tell your friends who like crabs. And your friends who hate the ocean, because I'm sure this will make them hate it worse.
Yeah, our resident Travis has thalassophobia, and for some reason, he still decided to do this episode.
I just can't ignore a good ecology article, man.
And
True.
I can't ignore a good opportunity to thank Alexander Nakarada for the use of our theme song, Blacksmith.
Hell yeah.
Well, I think with all that, we have to go back to sex ed with beholders. I know they're called Eyes of the Deep.
Sex ed with Ed Greenwood on Beholders.
Yeah.
Specifically, Eye of the Deep Beholders.
Yeah. Well.
So, as I mentioned above,
I don't know if I'm ready for this.
I know I'm not.
Hidden amongst the many feelers are a few, quote, strands devoted to reproduction.
I don't like the use of the word feelers anymore.
I don't like the use of the word strands.
These long feelers hold the eye's eggs like peas in a pod, basically. So eggs are produced at a rate of 1 per strand every 2 months. When a strand accumulates 6 to 11 eggs, it will split open lengthwise and deposits the contents into the surrounding water. I love the horrifying reactions when I do these.
I'm not even gonna make the joke. Like, I'm not even gonna.
I prefer the budding and having dreams version.
Oh, just wait.
Oh no,
it gets better.
This is whatever this is, and having nightmares.
I want you to know we're losing viewers right now. I don't actually know that for certain, but I know
we're losing viewers.
Yeah.
So the eggs are spherical, about 6 inches in diameter, with a tough but flexible shell that allows them to withstand the water pressure and moderately hard blows without cracking. So the fun part about this is the eyes of the deep are bisexual. So any other eye can fertilize the eggs. They just can't fertilize their own eggs.
Hey, Ed, that's not what bisexual means. Ed, that's not what bisexual means.
Wait, can you not do that? Because I could do that.
Maybe I'm not bisexual, I guess.
Okay.
As in, I guess maybe it's like literally bi-sexual.
God bless. Yeah, it was the 80s.
That's fair, but like
it was
like
the
what
80s.
bisexual means.
It's really That's really all I feel like I can say is that it was the 80s.
And people might be thinking like, but why would they fertilize other eggs? Because they really just hate their own kind and don't want to be around them.
Yeah.
Well, it's because it's done instinctively whenever the eyes recognize the eggs for like what they are. They just do it without even thinking about it. Yep.
So it's like a dead drop. It's like a dead drop. They're just like this little pile of rocks looks kind of weird, and then
yeah, well, because whenever the eggs are deposited into the ocean, they're caught up in the ocean currents, so they just get like swept everywhere. So if another eye comes across it, it's like, oh look, eggs, fertilized.
Man, TSR really shot themselves in the foot when they decided, in terms of reproduction of beholders, when they decided that beholders don't like each other at all.
Yeah,
dude, that
having to come up with all of this workaround.
Does it all expand on the on the process of the fertilization?
It does not.
Okay,
I'm just picturing fish.
Yeah, no, I am too.
Same.
But also, given the feeler and the strand imagery, I think it was a good call for Ed Greenwood to draw the line there. Like
I
he
agree.
was like, I've talked about long tubular things enough. we should probably just let people, you know.
Big fan of Mr. Greenwood and all of his work, but oh my god, what is wrong with you in the words that you use?
So very few eggs are ever actually like fertilized. It says about 20% of all eggs that are released are fertilized, since there's only 2 months of a window of after being released before they just become inert and infertile.
Makes sense.
And also, I'm sure other predators eat them.
Delicious.
But when a fertilized egg does happen, they fall to the ocean floor and just kind of lie there until they either hatch or die.
Okay, so it's still a toss-up post-fertilization whether or not they actually hatch. I guess this is why that there's not, a fuck ton of them.
Which honestly, again, thank God.
So, like, of the eggs that are fertilized, so 20% of all the eggs that are released, only 50% of those survive long enough to actually hatch.
Cool.
Because, again, they're usually, like, eaten by other denizens of the deep.
Or
the ocean's
crushed
or
by a whale
crushed,
fall, or
whatever, yeah. But also the ocean's a big place, so,
That too.
There could potentially be an amount of these.
An amount?
There are certainly an amount.
I promise you, it's more than one. Unfortunately,
6
it's
to
more
11.
than it's more than 0. Which
so the hatchlings are about 2 feet in diameter, and as soon as they hatch, they are rapidly carried away by ocean currents because they are too small.
You just
okay. That's actually kind of cute.
You just get bored and then just like. Pfft.
Yep, you hatch and they need to get swept away, and then wherever they land, they will typically like hide and feed on like bottom life.
In fairness, isn't that kind of what happens to turtles? I mean, like, don't get me wrong, they do have to have their own self yeet, but like immediately after hatching, they do like take themselves to the water to self yeet.
I don't know why I thought you were gonna say, isn't that what happens to people? I mean, you are kind of removed.
You are yeeted, yes.
You are removed from a place that...
But you do not get whooshed away in an ocean current.
No.
I mean, hopefully you don't. Hopefully you don't.
I don't know. I do worry about some of those crunchy moms.
Oh yeah, them crunchy moms are up to some shit, yeah.
Oh, God. So it usually takes about 2 to 3 years after hatching to basically become like full size and power. The fun part is... as it grows, its skin will split.
Oh, they mold like crabs.
It will shed the tough outer layer, like the outer armor plates that they have that they're outgrowing.
Right.
feel like a soft, new, like larger set underneath. It then will eat the discarded plates to regain some of the body minerals it lost and to help begin rebuilding a new set of plates when it eventually outgrows the next set.
I feel like some real animals do that. I don't think lobsters. I don't know why I'm thinking lobsters specifically when I know that they're supposed to be like crabs, kind of maybe. But I think some real animals do that. Like they eat the shed part. That is cool that they
Probably.
molt.
I know that there are real life animals that eat their shed. I just can't think of any of them at this current moment, and I don't know how many of them are arthropods.
Yeah,
Right,
I can't recall.
I do think that's fun though that they molt like lobsters.
That is really fun. Like, god damn you, Ed Greenwood. I know you put in so much. Like, there is so obviously so much love and care. And then
Yeah. And you know, also as much as it's like I am troubled by most of the passages about reproduction, I do also think it's really fucking funny. So like,
yeah,
you know.
that's fair. I just it's the verbiage for me.
yeah, I don't like the strands.
I don't like the words. I don't like
strands, feelers.
the
peas in a
vocabulary is
pod.
bad.
Yeah.
So when they actually do end up reaching like physical maturity, their body processes switch from the continual growth to regeneration. At this point, if their armor plates become damaged
Okay, so
or
they have
lost,
beat lobsters.
Yeah, I was gonna say, unlike lobsters.
yeah, unlike lobsters, if their plates are like damaged or lost, they are repaired by a secretion of like new material.
Okay.
It doesn't specify exactly what that really entails, but I'm guessing it's just like a secretion of stuff that kind of ends up hardening
Yeah.
into
Right.
that outer shell.
As opposed to them having to undergo another full molt.
Metamorphosis.
Yeah.
Or molting process, not metamorphosis. They've already metamorphized.
They have already
Dude,
metamorphized.
Yeah, they are already their beautiful beholder butterfly form, you know.
I hate it.
So eyes can communicate with like all other intelligent creatures by means of telepathy.
Okay.
So they do actually have a way of communicating with other creatures as long as, you know, the creature's intelligence is
Sufficient.
6 or
Sufficient.
higher.
That sounds right.
I believe it's 6 or higher.
6.
Sufficient because they're in the ocean.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Are you?
No,
don't think
not
that
really.
they
I,
are,
I don't
no.
think you are.
No,
No.
no.
So now we get into the more detailed description of like their illusions, as
Oh,
mentioned
good.
earlier. So now we can learn that since, you know, the eyes never sleep, they can actually hold these illusions for an unlimited duration.
No.
They're meta gamers because they're not bound by the like till your next long rest, you know, because they don't long rest, so they're not bound
Yeah.
by the restrictions.
The illusions only end if the eye wills it to do so, or when one of its eye stalks is blinded by damage or something else, or if it's used to cast, you know, like the hold person or hold monster.
Time to bring out the trident. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Bring out the trident, aim for those eyes.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Also, on top of that, these illusions can be moved around and appear 3-dimensional.
God, all those like thalassophobia or like submechanophobia, like
Mhm.
images, you know. Like I watched a random video the other day that had like a picture of just like a plastic chair
Mhm.
just like on the bottom of the ocean. And like I'm not scared of the ocean.
Right.
You know, I'm not really like
You wouldn't want it to be a marine biologist when we were younger.
Yeah. Like I'm not scared of the ocean, but like something about like that particular image, it was just one of those like random videos that was like, you know, in all caps, like thalassophobia images that'll make you hate the ocean or something. And I was like, most of them, I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. And then there was one that was just like a plastic chair,
Like
just
a lawn chair.
Yeah, like a lawn chair, kind of, or like a church assembly chair. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like on the bottom of the ocean. And I was like sitting up, like a chair. And I was like, that's fucked up.
That is fucked.
That's fucked up. So like, I'm imagining that all of those are like beholders are
Are having a meeting.
Yeah, they're responsible for like when you see weird pictures of weird shit on the ocean floor, and you're like,
it's beholders.
Yeah, it's the eyes of the deep.
And the worst part about that
Can't just be a plane crash, you know?
The eye can remain in hiding and still manipulate this illusion it can't see. So it could be hiding like in its cave and using this illusion outside of the cave, and you would look around trying to make sure there's no trap or anything, and you wouldn't see anything.
That sucks.
I don't like that.
And it does mention that like the illusions are usually those that would tempt creatures or any like specific prey to coming closer to them. So like shipwrecks with possible treasure, whatever it can think of, it can create these incredibly realistic illusions that can last forever if it wanted to.
Like, oh, hey guys, check out this
rare sea creature.
Or this sunken treasure chest.
Oh my god.
You know, or like,
yeah, exactly.
Actually worse than a mimic.
Guys, we cracked it. I think we just solved the Bermuda Triangle.
Oh my god.
Eyes of the
Deep. It's eyes of the
deep, guys. We just solved the Bermuda Triangle.
I hate it.
Well, I'm not ever going there anyway, so
yeah, no.
Like
we were going there anyway, but
so that's it for the ecology article.
Oh, thank you, Ed.
Thank you, Ed Greenwood.
So now
sorry, that was very formal of me. Thank you, Mr. Greenwood, for your contributions yet again to my nightmares.
Thank you, Mr. Greenwood, for this sentence. Eyes of the deep are bisexual. That's gonna be my new like. That's
eyes
my
of the
new
deep
like
are bisexual.
Discord tag.
No, that's my new like echolalia, like
eyes of the deep are bisexual.
Eyes of the deep are bisexual.
So now we jump to Spelljammer.
Ooh.
Actually,
okay.
So this is Realm Space from 2nd edition from 1991. So the Eyes of the Deep do actually exist in Spelljammer. I mean, a lot of Beholders exist in Spelljammer. We haven't covered a whole lot of Spelljammer, but it is there.
Right.
So they live on 2 planets. The first one is called Carpri. It's a spherical water planet. It has no islands or like land to speak of. So it's
water world.
Nothing but water.
Yeah, I feel bad for the Eyes of the Deep kind of that live there because they're completely deprived of their favorite food because there's no land. There's there's no surface dwellers.
I mean, it's Spelljammer, so like there are still plenty of people that go and explore these.
Yeah, but like the idea.
I'm being pedantic, Travis.
Yeah,
I'm being pedantic.
Oh, my bad. So it says, deep within the heart of Carpri is a group of creatures known as the Eye of the Deep. It says a group of creatures. I don't know if it actually means like they are grouped up or just that there are several of them that
group that is
live
creatures.
There. Yeah. They tend to take shelter and live in like the husks of sunken Spelljammer ships.
Sick.
Good.
And now Taylor gets context, something that I said in her chat when she was streaming the other day. They also live on the planet H-Katha.
Is that pronounced H-Katha or Hakatha?
I don't know. That's how I was pronouncing it. Hakatha, H-Katha. Oh,
H-apostrophe C-A-T-H-A.
Yeah.
Okay, H-Katha.
This is another water planet, but this one is flat.
No.
Yeah.
This
I don't like it.
Is a flat planet. It is the only planet in Spelljammer in Realm Space System that is flat.
Oh my god, what is that series of books about Discworld? So were they just big fans of Discworld? Is my first question.
Possibly. I don't know, but possibly.
You know what though? The good news is this still doesn't prove flat Earth because it's not flat Earth, it's flat water. It's evidently
true.
So
flat water, flat H-Katha.
It's just, I like how it's the only one that's flat that we know of.
The only one.
It is the only one. It specifically states in Realm Space System, it is the only planet that is flat.
Okay.
Why?
That's really funny.
And they took a shot at the flat earthers.
Oh, yeah?
Because this is a direct quote. The culture that lived here before the beholders took over lost 3 ships trying to prove that the world was round. Inadvertently, they proved otherwise.
Oh my god.
Oh god, they literally
Shots
fell off.
were in fact fired. That's
They
fantastic.
literally fell off the edge. That's so stupid.
They
I love
literally
that.
fell off the edge of the world because they were trying to prove that it was round.
Okay.
They had way too much fun with that.
Crying.
So, I mean, as you've probably gathered, beholders do in fact live on this planet.
Okay, yeah.
There are several different species of beholders, actually, that apparently live here.
Oh, fun. Great.
Each, I think there are 6. Not going too deep into it because it really has nothing to do with
Eyes of the Deep.
Eyes of the Deep specifically, but there are, I think, 6 different species. Each one of them controls a different port. That's just kind of, I guess, how the planet runs.
Right.
So I believe I mentioned this in either the episode 1 or 2 of the Beholders, but they were created by a god in this.
My god, is a bad person.
Yeah. So in this, it states that they were created by their gods to search worlds over and report back to them on the status of the worlds that they did not control.
Good.
So their whole purpose in Spelljammer is to basically infiltrate these worlds, report back any information on it, and then probably take over it from there.
Good.
But beholders, as they are, over time kind of lost that whole mess and their whole objective and just became beholders and don't work with each other now.
So they lost the plot and now they're just obsessed with taking over in their own name.
Yeah.
Exactly. The Eye of the Deep specifically were sent to search the land beneath the seas to uncover any secrets that were there.
Okay.
Now, on this planet, the Eye of the Deep are actually at the top of the food chain. That's all it mentions about that. It's just that it basically was talking about like the cycle of, this eats this and this until it eventually gets to the top of the food chain, which are the Eye of the Deep.
Over other beholders too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Apparently.
Apparently H. Catho is really good for Eyes of the Deep.
So I'm not 100% sure if this quote is just for like the Eye of the Deep or all of the beholders on this planet, but I wanted to share it anyway. So it says, these monsters do not seem to care for the environment they live in, for they spend as much time as possible running about and eating everything they can find.
You know what? That doesn't shock me.
That sounds very beholder to me.
Yeah. Unsurprisingly, the beholders are constantly fighting each other for ultimate supremacy.
Also very beholder.
Yeah. And I guess evidently it's been proven that if kind of stacked up in a 1-to-1 sort of thing, then the Eyes of the Deep would be the ones who would ultimately win that. So there you go.
At the very least on H. Catho.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I can't believe it's flat.
I know.
Every like 30 seconds, I would remember that the world is flat.
This world is flat,
and I would struggle to not lose it. But if it's flat, then no. You know what? No.
You're
you know what?
thinking too much about it.
I'm thinking too. It's not that deep.
I think
which is my problem. I don't know where the ocean would go.
So actually, because it's flat, it does still have a depth to it.
Oh, it's a bowl. Is it a bowl?
It didn't specify that it was a bowl, but it did say that the ocean is like a certain amount of like feet deep.
Uh-huh.
So it is, it does still have like depth to it. It's just not round.
If it's not a bowl, how does the ocean stay in?
Oh, it doesn't.
Oh, so it is Discworld.
It is constantly like falling off of the edge of the world, and it turns into like steam and stuff as it falls, which then creates like condensation up above it, and it rains.
I see.
And constantly refills it.
And that's the water cycle. This is an educational podcast.
This is an educational podcast. Okay. No, I'm actually now more certain that it is partly like inspired by Discworld, because of the fact that I looked it up. The first book in Terry Pratchett's series came out in 1983, and Realm Space stuff was 91.
Nice. So it very well could have been.
I also looked up images of H. Catho, and then I saw that there's apparently a beholder whose name is Large Luigi. And I gotta stop.
Oh, okay.
I gotta stop.
Is that why you sent me out of context Large Luigi the other day?
Yes.
Okay.
So
He's large and in charge.
just a real quick aside. So Large Luigi. So on this planet, there is something called the Spindle.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Really
a
good.
giant mountain, more or less. And if you get to the top of it while also reaching like hundreds of basically like checkpoints throughout, you have to like actually touch these things,
Mm-hmm.
and you get to the top, you end up learning all knowledge there is of the universe.
Oh.
So
Okay.
Large Luigi was a beholder who actually ascended the Spindle
Uh-huh.
and obtained ultimate knowledge of this universe.
Uh-huh.
What did he do
So-
with it?
With that, he ended up like seeing everything as it was, switched to lawful neutral, and then went and became a proprietor, bartender, and bouncer of his own tavern on another planet called the Happy Beholder.
Okay, I was about to say, and then he became the Buddha, but evidently not. He did not do that.
He became,
No. So he actually got shunned, and they tried, like all the other beholders tried to kill him when he came back down and told them what he had learned.
Yeah, because it ruined their whole steez.
Yeah, they were like, like that one panel from that one. Yeah, they hated him because he spoke the truth, and then the other beholders are like, "Shut up!"
So Large Luigi was named by the patrons of the bar. He didn't name himself, but they named him Large Luigi.
I love Large Luigi.
Now, the one part that I really wanted to specify here, and for life of me, I didn't write it down, but it is mentioned in some supplement somewhere, because I did look up a little bit of Large Luigi.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about getting meta, he apparently discovered that the entirety of existence lay wholly within the minds of strange and unknowable beings beyond even the gods, beings who titled themselves role players.
Shut up! Shut up! That's
Yep.
so funny.
I love it.
Large every time you say the name Large Luigi, I'm struggling to not lose it because that's just
I
so
love Large
funny.
Luigi so
Large Luigi is so
fucking
good.
much.
Oh my god.
If there is enough information on him, I might actually have to do a mini-sode about him. I just don't know if there is or not yet.
Very good.
So, let's continue on.
Okay, I need to like recenter
Get
myself.
it together.
Keep it together.
Keep it together.
Woosah.
So, jumping to the Monstrous Manual for 2nd edition from 1993,
Mm-hmm.
the Eye of the Deep are now considered beholder kin in this book.
Okay.
Beholder kin is basically just used to describe all other beholder-like creatures, including like the undead beholders, spectators,
Right.
all that fun stuff. We really don't get a lot of information in general about them from the source. They're just basically water-breathing versions of the beholder. They, dwell at great depths of the ocean, where they kind of just float slowly about stalking prey.
Right.
Their crab-like pincers inflict 2d4 damage each. The mouth, sharp teeth. Their primary weapon is still their big fucking eye
Right.
Right.
that stuns people for 2d4 rounds. The smaller eyes still do the same thing. They create illusions if he's using both, or they can cast Hold Person and Hold Monster separately.
Mm-hmm.
All of that fun stuff. Oh yeah, so it does say intelligence is very 11 to 12.
Okay.
Which is such a good.
I love intelligence. Very.
Yep, they are still solitary
Naturally.
because this decided to put their activity cycle in the book. They are active during the day mostly.
Intriguing.
They are omnivores.
Surprising.
Yeah,
Hey, I mean, it's the ocean. You got to take what you can get.
I mean, you're
guess.
not wrong.
true.
They also have the lowest EXP yield, which I think is very interesting of any of the beholder kin.
That is interesting.
I don't know why that's interesting to me, but it is.
Yeah, 4,000 experience value. That's
On par with spectators.
It's also very interesting that if you look there's 4 zeros after that comma.
I was just gonna
Not
say
3.
that on Spectator. It's 40000.
And it's the same
with under undead.
Undead. It's 130000. That's a very interesting type. That's a very interesting like EXP distribution choice, and also very interesting type typing choice.
Right.
Like,
So this time their size is small to medium, 3 to 5 inch in diameter.
schmedium.
The schmedium.
Pretty
And that's
small.
kind of all from that source.
Yeah, I don't
Wait,
know
that's
why.
feet, not inch.
Is that feet? Did I say inch?
You did?
I meant
I was
feet.
picturing a very tiny.
There's a tiny little beholder.
Yeah,
I meant feet.
I
Not
mean,
bad.
I don't know why I still think of that as like small. I'm like, I know it's probably just because I'm picturing like Baldur's Gate 3 like
Spectators.
spectators,
Yeah.
which are like significantly bigger than the player characters, like could eat in one bite
Yeah.
size. Which spectators looking at this chart, I think aren't even
No, they're 4 feet. Fuck.
4 inches in diameter.
They're 4 feet in diameter.
Yeah, so they're like kind of right in the middle there too. But
Mhm.
like, I think I am just kind of biased picturing like BG3 like spectators, so that I hear like it still is unequivocally dangerous D&D monster for like a variety of reasons. But I hear like 3 to 5 feet, and I'm like, it's not
This
that
little
big.
guy.
It's a little
It's just a
guy.
little guy.
This little guy. It's like, oh, I thought you'd be bigger. You know, I thought you'd be.
I think that would be very insulting to them.
It would be. We now jump to Lords of Madness, the Book of Aberrations for 3.5 that was released in 2005. And unfortunately, this is as far as the Eye of the Deep go. They do not exist in any future editions.
At least they were spared the pain of 4th edition.
They were spared the pain of 4th edition.
Well, they don't exist in any other things that we know of, because
That
like
we know of.
the ocean is a very big place, you know.
Mhm.
That's true.
Like we're finding new shit in the oceans all the time. So
That's true. He's hanging out with Megalodon.
you know.
That's
Dude,
frightening.
I think you just like low-key like triggered the entire like marine biology community
I
who are like
know.
consistently telling people like, no, megalodons doesn't still exist.
I'm aware, but it's fun to make fun of the people who think so.
Yeah,
True.
we should start talking about like Spinosauruses now to get some more people riled up.
So there are a few changes here. They still dwell, in like the deepest parts of the ocean, but now they have the ability to actually rise to the surface to, quote, menace those who dwell above the waves.
Okay, it's done then. We're just like fucked.
Yeah.
They lost the main thing, keeping them down there. So like,
Yeah. They are fond of creating illusions of shipwreck survivors, small islands, mermaids, pretty much anything else that they can think of that might lure their prey closer to them.
mermaids is really funny.
Mermaids is really funny.
It is. Some of them can be found in relatively shallow waterways far underground. They have gotten significantly bigger. They are now 9 feet in diameter.
Okay, that feels,
Okay, see that's
the
a
beholder I'm thinking
that's
of.
a chunky boy.
And weigh 6,000 pounds.
That's a chonky boy.
Yep. They speak Common, Beholder, and Aquan, so I believe they lost their telepathy ability for
It's
some
possible
reason.
that it just didn't mention it. I would imagine because
Also
they're
possible, yeah.
underwater,
Yeah, I
you
don't think
kind of
it's
need some telepathy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
well. Even though I guess maybe that's I don't know.
Maybe
I
those
don't
are the
know.
languages that they can telepathically speak in.
Yeah, or like
Maybe,
maybe
yeah.
they can speak maybe if they are like above the surface. Also, but the idea of a talking beholder, I don't know if this is something we discussed in the beholders specific like episodes, but the idea of a beholder like talking with its mouth, I don't like it. Like I
Yeah,
don't know.
no, that's,
I don't like it.
That's not what beholder mounds are for.
They're for eating, yeah.
They're for eating exclusively.
Like I don't
So-
know. The idea of one of them just flapping their jaws and talking like a
Mm-mm.
person, I don't like it.
So like picturing that is just
It's
a
not good.
little upsetting. Just a little.
Just a little bit, yeah.
According to their stat block, they now will live either alone, in a pair, or a cluster of 3 to 6.
They're
Interesting.
they're learning to get along.
They are.
They're
They're in
learning
their
to get
get along
along.
shirt.
They still have their 2 little eye stalks. Their spells have changed up a bit now. One eye stalk can still cast Hold Monster, but the other one now casts Cone of Cold.
Okay.
Bad.
Yeah.
Because they essentially already have the hold person capability with hold monster, if I remember correctly. Like, I mean, I'm probably just fucking thinking of Baldur's Gate 3 again. Goddamn. But I'm pretty sure many iterations of hold monster is essentially just a stronger hold person. Maybe I might, but still, also Cone of Cold is not something I want a beholder casting at me either. So like,
especially in the water.
Yeah. No, thank you.
That just sounds bad. Their health is 12d8 plus 4d8, an average of about 102 HP. I mean, they can fly 20 feet.
No.
They can swim for 30 feet.
I don't like them flying.
I also don't like them flying. Their armor class is 18. They have their eye ray attacks, basic attack, and like grappling with their pincers and all that
feelers.
Fun stuff. Their reproductive feelers.
Oh, I don't want
say that.
I don't want them to want them to grab me with their reproductive feelers.
Yeah. Because it, gets more specified into what we're actually used to reading. Its ability is called Baleful Flash, which is a free action.
No.
And it can generate a flash of terrible white light.
No.
It affects all creatures in a 60-foot cone and blinds creatures for 2d6 rounds and stuns them for half the duration of the blindness.
So it can just keep doing this.
Yeah, pretty much. DC 22 Fortitude save negates the stun and reduces the blindness to just being dazzled. Sightless creatures are obviously immune to this attack.
No.
But yeah, it's a free action, so they can just kind of do it.
Repeatedly, whenever they want.
Yeah.
Oh God, y'all, their third edition art is bad, and by bad I don't mean like the art is bad. I mean the subject matter is bad.
Okay, well now I have to look this up.
It's not good. It looks like, it's not good. It's nasty. It looks like they don't have the feelers anymore.
Yeah. It does not have the
I don't know if it's just the angle or what.
I think it's just the angle because it is coming down at sort of a top down.
Yeah.
Almost an isometric angle, actually.
That thing is hideous.
I hate it.
Because like the first edition art was like, it was kind of funny, but like this is just not good.
Yeah.
And again, like I said, I'm not saying the art itself is bad. I'm just saying that it doesn't, it's not a good looking.
It's not pretty.
That's a face only only a bisexual parent could love. Golly.
So to make these things even worse, their eye ray attacks are now also a free action that can be done once per round.
Okay.
Cool.
Each of them has a range of 150 feet with a save DC of 18. They're charisma based. So you have Hold Monster, must succeed on a will save or be affected as the spell. And then Cone of Cold, which just lurks, which just works like the spell, but affects only the creature touched by the ray.
Is that the one you were looking at?
That is.
It's not
hideous.
good. It's not good.
It's not. It's terrible.
And they've been buffed in this edition. Like they're not constrained to, for one, operate individually, and they're also not constrained to being stuck at the bottom of the fucking ocean where we don't live.
Yeah, no, I would like to remove their buffs.
Right. That's why they haven't been in the game since. They were like, oh, these are too OP. We can't put them in the next
Their mouths remind me of goblin sharks in this picture.
Yeah, actually. It kind of does.
Like it looks like the jaws are unhinged.
Terrifying.
Yeah, everything about this is unhinged.
Yeah. Thanks for
that.
Yeah. And that is all the information that I have for Eye of the Deep for this week.
It was bad. Thanks.
Well, if there's one thought for me this whole time that's been comforting, because I feel like with the exception of the ecology article kind of discussing them, well, this might have been in the first edition Monster Manual too, actually, but like with the discussion of them kind of like walking, on the ocean floor with their like tentacle things. Besides that, there's like it's kind of like charmingly nondescript about how they move in the water. And so the only thing that I can imagine, because it's like, they don't have like fins, they don't have like a tail to kind of like rudder them, they don't have octopi, will like walk along the ocean floor. And then also, so the only thing like that comes to mind for me is for how they move is some kind of like propulsion that involves maybe an expulsion of like air from like a part of their body, probably on the backside so they can move forward,
So actually, I failed to mention that for some reason, but their little feelers they actually use to swim as well.
God damn it! Okay, so now I can't even have the good visual of just imagining them just farting their way along the ocean.
I mean, you can still imagine it.
You can still imagine it.
I will.
Good.
Yeah, no, their feelers act as like rudders and stuff to help them move.
They're multi-purpose. They're for grabbing, they're for swimming, and they're for
mating.
I
guess technically reproducing, but
yeah, for airdropping. I guess it's not airdropping, it's water dropping. I mean, listen, I feel like that's the level.
You're grounded.
That's the level. I feel like that's the level of like care and intentionality that they would put into like parenting and reproduction. So
you're not wrong.
Like, I feel like they're just kind of like, oh boy, I got too many eggs in me. Now let me just get rid of these. Just drop them off down the street.
They are kind of the snakes of.
They are kind of the worst.
The deep, I guess. Thank you guys so much for listening. Don't forget to follow us on our various social media platforms, wherever you listen to podcasts, we are actually on the road to affiliate on Twitch if you want to just drop us a follow, because that will help us improve production even more. So maybe I can get us an actual stream deck instead of having to just cue in at the right time, the music and everything. And yeah. But spread the word to your friends. We would really appreciate it. We are, so many of you guys have already done that, and you guys are all amazing, and we are so appreciative of that.
Also, if you have anything you would like to suggest as a topic for us to cover, you can email us at dungeonpedia.podcast@gmail.com.
And thank you once again for listening, and we will catch you next week here on Dungeonpedia. So, do you think I can find even more Ed Greenwood reproductive ecologies?
I feel like you should search that on Google.